Evening. Welcome to another segment of Joe's Politics 101. I just got to do a little work around my house here. Been sort of listening to some of the news and getting ready for the vice presidential debate. We still don't know exactly how this all might turn out, but I'm rooting for Joe, as Sarah Palin called him, Biden, vice president. I've been thinking all day, and I've heard I keep hearing how Republican politicians want to tinker with and mess with Medicare. They keep saying that it's, it may be a debt driver, it may be, but there's something that some people need to know, especially those people who don't receive it. The way they put it out, it makes it seem like that the people who receive Medicare is getting a free benefit from the government. The way Medicare basically works is that during the years that you work, you invest in Medicare. And supposedly, when you turn 65 and you retire, you can accept your Medicare and, have a form of health care insurance, which is supervised or managed by the federal government. Now, the idea that people are getting this benefit free is totally ludicrous. And it would be a good idea if the people who are trying to privatize it, is basically what they're trying to do, would tell the honest God truth about it, how it's funded, and what happens with those funds. You have millions of people that's on Medicare, and the majority of them are 65 years or older, and they have paid into it all their lives. But here's the kicker about it. When you enroll in Medicare at age 65, you continue to pay into Medicare. And it's based on how much Social Security you receive, on how much the percentage that you pay back into it. This is something that the politicians do not tell you about Social Security. About Medicare. Or they don't tell you about Social Security. It is automatically deducted from your Social Security and put into the Medicare fund. Now they keep saying that Medicare is driving the U.S. Is the highest medical cost, or one of our highest causes in the entitlement program. It may be the highest, but if you take into consideration how many people who's on it that's still paying into it, and the people that's working that's paying into it, it's something wrong with that picture. The math isn't adding up either. Why is it not solved? Why can't it take care of itself? For them to take it out of a federal managed program and put it into a private entity would only mean that it's going to cost more to operate it, because that private entity have to have employees, people to manage it, working space. They have to have all of these things. You can't turn it over to somebody that 4 or 5 years down the road is going to be bankrupt. And that's basically about what they're talking about. People turn it over to some private entity, and something goes wrong and it goes bankrupt. What happens then? As long as it's in the hands of the federal government, you're guaranteed your Medicare. Your Medicare is guaranteed until the day you die. If you put it in the hands of some private company, there's no guarantee there. So for you to listen to your Republican people who wants to get rid of it or privatize it or give you a voucher, and you're going to vote for them, you need to think twice. Really take and think twice about what you're doing to yourself and the other millions and millions of people who are entitled to, who have worked for, and receive Medicare. You are still paying into it. Everyone who receives it is still paying into it. The young people working is paying into it. There's definitely a picture, something wrong with the picture that the Republican Party has been painting about Medicare and the Social Security program. Well, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. I wanted to get that little message out. Mainly, it's aimed at people who do not receive Medicare, who may believe that Medicare is a burden on the taxpayer. The Medicare program is not a burden on the American taxpayer. The people who are on Medicare are paying into Medicare. They pay a premium. They pay a premium to Medicare, as well as millions of them turn around and buy extra insurance just to make sure that they have it through one of these AARP programs, Humana, United Healthcare, or somebody else. But every American that's on Medicare pay something back into Medicare. So don't let these people fool you about the Medicare program is not taking care of itself. There's money there for it, and it's not sucking from the average taxpayer. My name's Joe. This is Joe's Politics 101. See you on the next round. You have a good day.